guys, minions, and welcome back to unMadeGaming. We are here for another episode of Void, where I didn't do anything wrong last episode. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So, let's just jump right into some things here. If you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel, you can subscribe here on Twitch, or you can go join us over on Patreon for all kinds of behind-the-scenes exclusives, including our post-show conversation about the show. Links for those down below. If you want to join the conversation about this game and all the other games we have, please join us in our Discord. Links for that down below. And last but not least, in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. Purpose number one is when that bar fills, our wonderful GM Dot gets to do whatever the hell she wants to us, and more importantly, every single dollar that goes into that pot goes back to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing players that you see here before you. That being said, I turn things over to Dot to bring us into space with her 15 darkness points. As I weep.
15.
Yikes.
See, the thing is every time you fill a corruption bar, I don't have to use these. So they just keep stacking. Thank you.
I hate it.
That being said, I'm going to just put my little card down. I'm going to put it where I can see it. Makes me happy. Okay. Last time there was a date with Tal's dad, who actually crashed Malik's date with their new doctor, Lumara, and to deliver some information. Malik had requested more information regarding Tal's sister-in-law's whereabouts, and her father believes that she is in fact more involved in the missing mystics than her mother believes, that she may be working for the other side. And to help in their investigation, he relieved the local enforcement of a key to the emissary's estate that was given to all of them so that they could go put their own CSI into full-on action, right? So when they got there, they learned a couple things, some really important things, that there were more than one person here. The emissary wasn't just taken by one, and there was a massive firefight, blood everywhere. The apartment kind of turned over. The emissary was based on location, probably in some kind of meditation, and there were 4 meditation bowls around them. In addition, there was a man named Johar Kassar, who was the last man seen entering the estate, and the cameras cut, so there is no footage of who left, or if and when they left at all. And Malik went digging in the basement for some more information to confirm a lot of this video camera footage business. Sent a message to an old friend that they haven't seen since the last time they were on a space station for far too long.
Friend is a word.
This is what happens when you go to space stations. You're around other people and they get you in trouble.
This is what happens when you leave Malik unattended.
Also true. Does
this mean that we're going, ooh, Lumara could be Malik's babysitter?
You shut your mouth.
I really like this idea.
Show's canceled tonight, guys. I have a bad internet provider thing going
Everybody
on.
Go home.
I like this idea more every moment. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's pretty much it. In addition, we learned there was, 7 men we decided in here. There is, anything else? No, I don't think so. That was the big stuff. This is a couple weeks old, this crime scene, and has kind of been left. And the missing emissary is not really public knowledge. It is a well-kept secret amongst only those that kind of need to know, and this kind of upper crust that whisper about it. Panic could potentially ensue, but you can tell by the now increased security on board Coriolis that there is at least some concern. And we watch Malik creak open the door. And there stand the rest of the crew kind of still investigating. And it's actually going to be Sewell as he creaks the door open and steps in. It almost it's almost like it triggers something. Whoop. Oh no.
Oh no, who'd we lose? Aris?
Aris left us.
Oh no.
It did trigger something. Good job, Soul.
I know, right?
I snapped and she was gone, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Damn, my bad. Pressed the wrong button again.
Well, that's all right. While Eris is gone, what it triggers in you is you realize you've been coming at this crime scene investigation all the wrong way. Sul, you're an assassin.
I am.
This is the kind of thing that you do.
It is.
How would you have kidnapped the emissary?
Well, my experience is not kidnapping, it's more eliminating.
Okay.
So he doesn't have a lot of experience bringing people back.
That's okay. Then maybe it's more of if you were going to say do away with this emissary, but they needed to be moved first
To a different location.
before the task could be completed.
Create the current location that they are in inoperable and hostile, where they would be forced to move to a new location, and then understanding their route by watching them within weeks prior, blocking off certain key points so they would be turtlenecked into a certain location.
Okay. You peek around the room. I'm going to have you make a... do you have infiltration?
I do.
I'm going to have you make an infiltration check.
Okay.
This is all about being...
Sneaky.
Sneaky. Well, it's all about doing what you do. Infiltrating and assassinating.
All right. I got a critical success.
Holy... That may be how... Okay. You go through this and you're like, if I was to do this... But I work alone.
Wait, can we just appreciate how fucking creepy that is to everyone else? If I were to plan this assassination, here's how I'd do it. And then the whole room goes...
What?
Yeah, I imagine, and it's a Sherlock moment.
Yeah.
Sewell kind of breaks and starts like CSIing full on the entire thing. And I imagine that
All of a sudden he's got fucking sunglasses on.
Out of nowhere, I just... You see...
If I were to plan an elaborate murder, I'm sorry.
How would I do it? And so, but you're like, but that's how I, as an individual, would have to do it. The emissary was probably well watched over and guarded, and you kind of think it through, and you're like, but they had a team of men, 6 of them. If I needed to get a team in, not through the door, how would I do it? Hi.
Hello. Sorry. I
No
screwed
worries.
everybody up.
Do you need us to...
Should we shuffle,
Eris.
Mike?
You're the DM now.
If you could
Yes,
please, if you
I
could
have all the
please
power.
shuffle. You guys know the order.
We know that. Okay, shuffle order. We do know that shuffle order. Okay. Ta-da! Like it's
so
Twitch
good.
magic.
Like we've done this before.
Okay.
So good. But
So
I think Soul, if he would be describing all this like very kind of mumbly a little bit. But yeah, that's how. Yeah. That's how
so what you missed is that Malik's returned, and Sewell has kind of gone into this critical success of an assassin's mind. I asked him how would he have kidnapped the emissary? And right before you popped in, he realized that, if he was an individual, he would have kidnapped the emissary one way. But they had a team of people. And moving a team of people in through the front door of the emissary's apartment is...
It's like kind of like leading a sheep, like a herd of sheep.
Right, exactly. So you
can't in
can't...
one direction.
Well, yeah, and you can't just walk in without people noticing.
Mm-hmm.
So don't use the front door.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no exterior access. And your eyes, as you kind of search the apartment, stop blatantly on an air vent in the ceiling.
Okay. Does the air vent seem tampered with at all?
It does. It has fingerprints, markings on it where somebody tried to put it in place and there was a lot of blood.
Did I bring my weapons with me?
Did you?
I think I would. Would it be
you could
weird?
have walked around a lot with a lot of weaponry on Coriolis.
Okay, in that case, does our judicator friend have
Oh,
their
for
rifle?
sure. There's massive on their back.
I'm gonna ask. Do you mind if I borrow your rifle for a minute?
The helmet kind of
Mhm.
tips, the first emotional thing you've seen out of this person.
Mhm.
And they kind of sling it off their back. And as they turn it over in this almost holy way to hand it to you, they're like, as long as you can handle it.
So just ignores that and just takes it. And then he would pull a piece of handkerchief or like cloth, flip it over, put it on the butt of the rifle, and use that to kind of push up the vent without using his hands. Kind of like a
like you're like something tall. Yeah, so
just,
you
just to kind of lift it up to see if anything falls, everything moves.
You lift it up. Nothing falls per se, but you realize that it is very loose. It was bolted, and it is not anymore. It's barely up there. And as you take it, the whole thing falls down, and you really see that the interior of the grating that has fallen between all of you is covered in a lot of blood. And around the edging, you can probably see there's some dark blood as well. They moved everyone up.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this vent is rather large. The ceiling in this place is like massive plating.
You said there was fingerprints on the grate. Okay. I would return the rifle. Just kind of nod a thank you. Use the piece of cloth that grabbed the grate and kind of like give it to Tamir. And I'll be like, can your little doohickey do anything with this? I point at like I point at like the fingerprints and stuff and all the dustiness and the ickiness, and I kind of just give it to him. And then with that, I after I hand it over to Tamir, I would grab like a chair or something, and see if I can push myself up to look at the vent, the inside of the vent.
That's an agility roll.
That's fine. I got that.
Because it is taller than you, you're still gonna have to like jump to catch the edge and pull yourself up.
All right, I don't got
Great.
that.
You jump and hit the chair and fall.
Fuck.
It's too high. You can't make the jump. You're going to need somebody to boost you.
Okay, well, I look at the adjudicator again. Hey.
They're now slinging their rifle back over their shoulder. Very cool.
Can you give me a hand here? And I point upwards to the vent.
They look up. They walk over, look at all of you who have not moved to help, squat, and put their hands like low. They're going to like literally boost you.
Okay. I will Soul will do one of those things where he tries to like step on them, but like not considerately.
Soul, stop.
What?
Hold on. How about you boost me up?
Oh, okay. And then I'll get to a position where I can push Tao upwards.
Okay. You are going to put this as a strength or force because you're literally like tossing her up to catch the edge of it.
I will take a force if that's okay.
A force it is.
Okay. Fucking ball sacks. I mean, damn.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
baseballs.
Wait, you know what? Fuck this.
With the stop. With the terrible help from him.
15. What's one more?
Tal is strong herself. Can I try to essentially use his bullshit help to try to push myself up and jump up?
You want to climb him and jump? Yeah, you make the agility check.
Okay.
I love how I can mentally predict what happened, but when it comes to fucking lifting and getting on a grate, I can't fucking do that.
You're either brain or brawn. You can't be both at the same time, friend.
All right, thank you, Tal. Thank you.
All right, one. She climbs you. You try to lift her up, and her foot hits you, and she's like, shoulder, head, and she pushes off the top of your head, and you manage to grab the edge of it, and you're kind of dangling, just a foot above his fingertips. You're gonna need to make a strength check to pull yourself up to actually look inside.
Can I use force?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
Can she do the? You guys watch as Tal hangs and she goes,
you know what, Tal? You can be the assassin now.
And Tal does a full-on chin-up as she peeks inside this air vent. First thing that you notice is it's a rather large air vent. It's huge, more like a shaft, in fact. And you see, it is dark, but as much as you can see, there is blood. They dragged some of the men out of this combat back. They moved all the bodies from this place in here, and it is just smeared with blood in one direction where they went.
What do you see?
Which way is that?
Out. it would take them like back. Basically, it takes them into the building near the like exit hallway that you all came in, like probably where the elevator is and those kind of things. That's about as much as you would know in direction.
From inside the elevator shaft, or the fan shaft, before I let go, I say, "It looks like they went that way," and I kick my leg in the direction that the shaft goes. It probably leads outside.
Can I follow the exterior vent to see where it leads?
You can't see it from the exterior. You would have to pull proper blueprints if you want to see what this vent.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna follow this vent here, if you guys don't mind.
Be careful.
Yeah, I got this.
Could I do a little?
And I will pull myself all the way up into the
Tao finishes pulling in. You're like I said, you can't really like fully stand, but you can actually like half squat in this space, and it's about twice as wide.
Tao's not very tall, so she's probably just a low crouch.
Low crouch, yeah, just to kind of walk, and it's about twice as wide, in fact. And you begin following it. Malik, I bet you're gonna try to pull up the blueprints.
Yeah, can I do like a little flashback and have pulled up the blueprints, because I'm pretty sure I crit the shit out of that security system.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you would have. You instantly know. Oh, I cracked this already. You just gotta go find the file.
Okay, so let me give you a thing here.
Give me a thing.
Let me open up my actual character sheet because I'm prepared to play this game. I know what I'm doing. Data gen. Click. Bam! Critical success. Cool. I know the entire thing about everything about this building forever.
Boom. Tao, you hear Malik in your ear. He tells you.
Casual critical success.
You know. There's you hear. I mean, you have the blueprints. I would let Tao know. Yeah. So what I assume once I hear Sewell kind of say, ask whatever he said. Yeah, be careful following that. I'm still leaning on the door because I can contribute nothing to this crime scene. Physical crime is not my strong suit. Physical crime, but give me all the cyber crime. And drug.
Don't touch things. Listen. The drug was the first time, Dot. Don't peg me as some kind of
officially a drug
dealer. Some kind of drug dealer.
To be fair, you are technically.
I am the most qualified drug dealer apparently in the group. Great, thanks, team. Technically, you all smuggled the drugs. I just delivered them.
What an asshole.
So, that's what the ship logs will show.
Sealed the drugs, would you say?
So from, like, leaning in the doorway, watching this scene of Sewell, like, trying to lift, and then the legs kicking in the thing, I go, you want the blueprints?
That would help.
Okay.
I'm not stopping to listen to this. As soon as I pull myself up, I'm just following it around because I want to make sure I know exactly which way they went, so that if it does split, like I know it's obvious.
You follow it for
the blueprints out.
You beep boop boop. You get a beep boop on whatever like small HUD you wear, and you hear and so Tao, you can kind of follow the map.
I'm also looking for anything they might have left behind.
Okay. You follow it for a while. It connects actually to more centralized area of Coriolis on this floor, and splits out into all these air vents. And you can see the blood for a while. And there is a point where the blood begins to kind of pool. It all like stops, and you can see there's like a heavy piece, and then it begins to drag again, like they were dragging someone. And as you kind of come to a stop, you look right and left, and you see right there is the body of a decaying man.
Oh,
he's been in the air vents for about 2 weeks. He's
probably why they stopped for a while.
And if you can see that there is more blood because there were other people in the combat, and it's much lighter and thinner, but it continues that direction. And you're pretty sure that this is going to lead you, based on the blueprints that you have, into the maintenance shafts of Coriolis. And the maintenance shafts, usually, would you know this? You would know this. Maintenance shafts on large space stations like this usually lead into the bottom and top of it. It goes like top to bottom, and you would know that the ones here in Coriolis specifically go to the cellar. but you think you could probably follow this trail literally the whole way in which they escaped with the emissary if you wanted to.
Okay. When I feel like I'm definitely when I know I'm definitely outside of the range of the building, like that particular building, I'll start to head back. Or I guess slightly after that, I'll start to head back. And just casually drop down, boots completely covered in blood.
Before you get back, because you're gone for quite a while, you travel for roughly 10 minutes or so, and the gentlemen are left standing here. Tao has not returned. Is there anything you do in this 10 minutes, or you just sit in silence?
I would probably ask Tamir if he found anything with the...
Oh yeah, you wanted to run the fingerprint.
Yeah. I don't know if he did. I would just ask him, was there anything?
Was there?
Gonna have to break out your science kit.
Oh, the science kit's been out. We are playing with this erector set like it was Christmas
Turn on
Day.
the Bunsen burner, because it's time to roll. I'm gonna have shut up, Mike. I'm gonna have you roll. What did we roll last time? It was in science, wasn't it?
That was a crit success.
Sheesh.
Wow, there's a lot of crits. We've had we've been live for 20 minutes less.
Let me tell you, you guys found very little last game in this. Today you're all like, all it took was everybody just like taking a breath, and you come back and you're like, we are the best people for this job.
I know what to
do. Okay.
Sometimes you just need to take a time out. This is the second half, okay?
Second half.
Heads in the game. We're ready.
Dusting for prints is kind of an archaic thing to do, but it is something you can do, and it works. So you break out the necessary things, and you dust for the prints, and then you pull them, and you run them. There are... There are 2 sets of fingerprints. Unfortunately, one of them was very clearly wearing gloves.
Bastard.
The other has no fingerprints.
Bastard.
On a critical success, you would recognize it as probably burned off.
Arsons. Sorry.
No.
I'm in a weird mood today. I'm sorry.
I love it. Paul is so punchy, so punchy.
Can we, again, I'm so sorry. Can we just imagine that scene for a second of that actually happening? Where Tamir's like, I think this one had his fingertips burned off. And then Sue goes, an arsonist.
An arson.
No.
No, that does not...
No?
Does not imply that they're an arson... Dude.
Oh, sorry. Continue. I don't mean to interrupt.
With the blood samples, though, was there enough for like DNA? Can we cross-check that and put it in a system that I probably don't?
So you already ran blood from this space, and you can pretty much instantly, with the critical success, recognize it matches them here. Running the samples through a system is actually a data gen roll, because you're running it through Coriolis's private personal files. So what happens is your lab kit has a small HUD on it that tells you like the biological breakdown of the person, not their identification. It's like, here's their blood type, here are these identifying factors of DNA. That can be given to Malik to run through the system for matching.
Great. Malik, are you in the room, or are you still down in
No, he's in the doorway, just sort of standing there.
Great. Malik, do you mind getting us a little bit deeper into the Coriolis database? We have enough. We actually have DNA evidence. I'd like to see if we can't run it against somebody who may already be in the system.
We're looking for an arson.
Go deeper, Malik.
No, we are not. We are not looking. There's no fire here. We are not looking for an arson.
Yeah, you know what? I think I have a really good idea. Hey, Kasha, could we access the criminal database? And he looks to the Justicar assigned to the
They
team.
slide this like covered piece back, and it reveals like a wrist data pad, I guess, or HUD deck. And they kind of type some things in. They, without saying anything, put their hand out to you, Tamir, for the data.
Oh, I'm glad that you clarified that.
Yeah.
You would have just stared at that fucking ad
For
for
your
a minute.
blood.
For your blood.
Give it to me.
So he'll pull the stick out.
Give me your blood.
And hand the stick over.
They kind of click it in and they simply say, yes, the data can be run, but not by you. And they boop, boop, boop.
That's what you think.
Yeah, right. And there's a moment they kind of look it over. They swipe because why not? And they kind of look this information over. First things first, let's see. Does it tell me?
While she's doing that, hey, Malik, I guess I'm not really familiar with the law. I have never needed to be cautious with them. They've had 2 weeks to do this. Why did they not run these sorts of tests before? Why do we not have access to this information already? Are we just doubling up on work, or?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I am asking.
If I remember,
Are you in a whisper, or are you saying this out loud so that the adjudicator can hear?
It's out loud. I think he forgets that the adjudicator's usually in the room.
Cool. That's what I want.
Quick question out of character. Did just reminding myself, did they say that they did an investigation? I can't remember.
This was an active crime scene.
So they did an investigation already, and we're just returning back to the scene. Okay.
Correct.
I just wanted to know for myself.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks since they have done it, and well, I guess Malik hasn't shared that information with you, but in meta knowledge, you know that the last person seen here has diplomatic immunity, which means that the police investigation could have been shut down if they were digging too deep.
Yeah. And that's what Malik is going to attempt to explain. Once Tamir kind of asked him, still kind of like leaning on the entryway wall to the room. He just kind of like, probably two things. One would probably be the fact that the last guy to enter here has diplomatic immunity, so they couldn't dig too deep. And probably the other thing is that the codes that shut down all the security cameras came from one of the council members' factions, the Order of the Pariah. So, I'm sure not everyone wants this information found, which is probably why the emissary.
Do you think this was an inside job? I say out loud.
Yes, Sewell.
Wow.
You cannot prove this.
Which part?
That it's an inside job.
I didn't say. I just said, can it be?
I mean, the Order of the Pariah definitely shut down the data, so I can prove that. And I can prove the last person.
What do you mean they shut down?
Okay, well, I know you don't have to score super high on the intel tests to be a Justicar, but when something's on and then you turn it off.
GM, is there a light switch in this room?
Please demonstrate this.
Are you gonna walk over and flick the light?
Oh my god.
That depends on your answer. If there's a light switch in this room.
There would be a light switch in this room.
Just have to.
Okay, if I look at the Judicar, how pissed does she look already?
She's wearing a helmet, and you don't know it's a she.
Her
and
mannerism.
More importantly, they are stoic as the day is long. Go ahead, flip the light switch.
No. This is Paul wanting to be a dick. Still wouldn't do it. I'm gonna move on with my life. Continue, please. Thank
Malik
you.
does explain it that way. When something's on, and then you switch it off.
It may not take a lot of book knowledge to be adjudicator, but now that I have the position, I could put you and all your friends in jail.
Malik, do not antagonize her. I whisper very loudly.
And then I just leak the emissary missing to the
It is already
public.
leaking. Your threats are hollow.
That's
they
true.
land on deaf ears. As for your question, and he looks over to Malik, or they look over to Malik. We did an investigation. We did not find this. They point to the ceiling.
Why would you not? That just seems...
You two.
Am I going deaf? Are you guys not saying
balance on Coriolis is problematic at the moment. And there are many who did not want this looked into. We have been watching many of these that feel that way. But the fact of the matter is, a missing emissary is a problem for only a certain amount of people. Others believe the emissary rein in the judge and the darkness that follows. So for all of you that stand here worrying about how well we did on the investigation scene, should be worried about much more. And the fact that you found what you did is exactly why you were sent here. I was told that you were all a bunch of successful freelancers. I did not believe it until now. So continue to throw your insults at me.
Oh, are you talking about Malik? He's usually like that.
No, I talk about all of you, well, except for your pilot. And then Tal drops out of the ceiling.
Tal!
I bet you that was such like an awkward moment where everyone's just dead quiet and we're just like, we're gonna die. And then Tal just goes boom.
Yeah, you just hear a thump behind you.
Oh, thank God. Hey, Tal.
That was bloody. There's a about 5-minute walk or so in the vent that way. There's a dead guy rotting.
Like a full corpse?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not full anymore. It's starting to rot, but just so I don't know if you might want to have someone.
They're already like, boop, boop, doop, doop,
yeah.
And like their thing calling people. We'll get it cleaned up.
Okay.
But you don't want to.
But there's a blood trail probably all the way to the maintenance shafts, I believe. Following the layout that Malik sent, looks like they probably went straight down to. Well, they just went down.
So, with my role previously, did you say they took the bodies up through the vents? Is that what you said? Okay.
They took everything up.
Okay. We'll like throw his 2 cents because I guess up until now he didn't really vocalize his thought process of what he thought happens. So I'm just gonna say that I would tell everyone vocally, like, if this was a job, ideally the best method would be to take the bodies unseen, and that vent, the blood, the dead body, where it leads, kind of makes sense that that's where it all went up.
Yeah.
Malik, is there any in the blueprints? Are there any exit points that of interest? Some sort of like garbage chute or access to the docks?
You take back Tal's data and you like see the path she took through the blueprints that you sent her very easily, Malik. No need for a roll on that front. And you see that it does dump out at the maintenance shafts. These maintenance shafts would go to the cellar. She did not go down there, so you don't know where they would have gone when they got off. But you know that this leads into an area that you've already been to.
Uh-oh.
The stacks.
Cool.
The what?
The stacks.
Oh, okay.
Where you met, where you acquired some weaponry.
Whee!
Yeah, so I have a personal holograph. So like he does like a few swipes on the pin pad for this thing and brings up that 3D hologram of the and Tony Stark's it, right? Is the diagram, and he like moves it around and like follows the path of this thing and says, this is where it goes, and then it kind of drops down to here, and then zooms it up and follows all the way down to the base of Coriolis.
Yeah. So you basically, if you want to follow the trail, you have two options. You can go to the cellar and attempt to find where they got off, or all of you can follow the trail all the way there. If you even want to. The adjudicator could also put their team on it.
I mean, we came this far.
So last episode I asked a question and then sort of walked away. I don't think I actually got the answer.
What's the question?
To the question. I asked a question to Tal and said, I have a favor I can pull. Do you want it about this, or do you want it about your sister? And then I said, think about that, and I left the room.
Oh no, I said I know where my sister is.
Okay, great. Perfect. Then in that case, Dot, I imagine that these business cards, because we're in the cyber future, right? I imagine that they're like coded like data sticks, like the same way the cred sticks kind of work, kind of thing. So he's gonna take out this shiny business card from the dancer and sort of insert it into a reader that he has in his tablet and send her an encrypted message that will then expire the card. And he's going to send her a message asking for...
this card will self-destruct in 3, 2...
he's going to ask her to find out, or to send him the shipping logs, like because they're not going to be shipping logs, but like there's an illegal entry point to Coriolis in the base of this area in the stacks. I want to know what ships were in and out of that area around this time frame.
Okay.
Because I don't think... I mean,
okay.
Malik is smart enough to assume that no one that lives on Coriolis is just going to randomly kill this guy and then stay on Coriolis. Like, you need to get in and get out kind of thing. So he's going to message her, and that's what he's looking for. For, like, probably, like, I would say... like a 2 week before, 2 week after this happened kind of period. So whatever the date of the murder is that we think it is, the month surrounding that. So up to now and 2 weeks prior, who came in and out.
Okay, the message goes out. The kind of hollow card dissipates after it's had its calling. And there's kind of a moment where all of you take in this new bit of information, and you hear the sound of footsteps coming down the hallway. Not a run, but a rather quick pitter-patter.
Do we need to hide? We're not supposed to be here, right?
The Justicar stops exactly what they're doing and grabs the rifle and like readies it for the door.
What? It's Lumara.
And around the corner, you see, I found you, Malik.
I will immediately go shoot her.
Hi, Lumara. Okay. No, that's our medic.
Should I shoot her?
That's our medic.
Damn.
Soul. And like,
I can't hear you, my beautiful Malik.
How did you get here?
I tried.
I had a feeling you were here. You know, I just followed my gut. I've been searching for a while, in honesty.
No, how did you get here? It's supposed to be locked down.
I have friends.
Who?
Soul's kind of weirded out at that comment right there.
Oh, a crime scene.
Yeah, there's upstairs. If you go up the air vent here, you can follow the blood trail, and there's a body.
The adjudicator keeps the rifle on her. She seems unfazed.
I will like motion the adjudicator to be like, I guess it's fine. She's with us, unfortunately.
Slowly lowers it, still a little hesitancy, and she goes, oh, was this one of those they came and killed the person through the air vents kind of like thing?
No, they tried to, but they had to take him with them.
Wow, that's a lot of blood. There must have been like, what, 6 or 7 people here?
Yeah.
He kind of starts walking around looking. She goes, my, where are the bodies?
They moved them.
You mean they left?
I point up to
the bodies didn't move. The people who survived took them with them when they left through the vent.
They must have been injured.
Yeah. One guy died.
Have we found them?
I did.
You found all of them?
No.
Oh.
Just one of the guys.
Hey, Tal.
Hold on, Malik. Umara. Love her so much. Oh my god, I love her so much. Umara, I have a question. Have you done what is it? What's the word called after someone dies and you cut them open to figure out?
Oh, an autopsy.
Yes, perfect. Have you done one of those since you met us? Since after?
Well, does that include the pig I dissected yesterday?
Sure. How was that?
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, hold on. Did anything happen with the pig when you did it?
No. It was just a dead pig.
Oh, okay.
That being said, I have to say,
you get a dead pig?
Hold on. Stop, Malik.
It was on your ship, Tal.
All 3 of us are just like,
sorry.
Stop.
all 3. I can just imagine all 3 of us just like.
Well, we got the new.
Tal. By the way,
was coming in, and I thought I'd try some things out and see how it worked, and then I just had this like instinctual need to dissect it. Plus, do you know a pig's intestinal tract and other things are pretty incredible, and you can reuse them for all kinds of things. Technically, I could replace your heart with a pig's heart if I had to.
If you give me a pig heart, I swear.
Okay, guys. Can we just play the quiet game, but just the 3 of you while I talk to the doctor, please? Because I feel like she's onto something if you just let her keep talking.
Thanks, Tal.
Okay. So, what drew you here?
Malik.
No, quiet game over. Tal, I need to talk to you in the hallway, like right now, before you ask any more questions. Just like real quick. Just like a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Great. Lumara, if you could just... No, if you could just for, like, I don't know, 60 seconds play the quiet game until we get back in the room.
I can't.
Would be great.
Why do I have to be quiet?
Just
Did I say something bad?
Remember the conversation we had?
No.
Great. Okay, just, you didn't say anything bad, just shh for like a little bit. Okay, thank you so much. And like, Malik goes to like grab at Tal to like get her in the hallway as quick as possible. Could you, and then like closes the door behind them.
Door closes.
Okay.
She just simply looked very quickly to Tamir, and someone says, "Did I do something wrong?"
Yes.
Okay.
No.
And the camera cuts outside.
Okay, listen, I'm on the same page as you with Lumara that she might know something.
Thank you, Dot, for that, by the way.
But I don't know this Justicar, and I don't know your dad, no offense. I'm pretty sure she's a mystic. She doesn't think she is, but she gets feelings, and she can
No, she's definitely a mystic.
I know. She can also point out other mystics, and she can sense things. So the more questions you ask, the more closely she gets to revealing that she's a mystic to this Justicar. And I don't know who they are.
Here's the thing. Tamir and I just did some mystic stuff in the living room here. I'm not sure if you noticed, you were probably down getting data, but we just did that in front of her. So, if Lumara is getting something from here, we need to let her access it while we're here, or else she might lose it.
Okay. We're just doing that in front of... All right, yeah, you're the captain, I guess. All right. And he opens the door again and, like, waves an arm.
I walk back in.
Sarcastically waves an arm to let you in.
Lamar goes, did you figure it out?
Yeah, no, we're fine. We're good.
So who did it?
Oh, no, we figured out the question that we had.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Is it a secret question?
It was that Malik needs to learn how to just keep his mouth shut.
Oh, yeah, he's not very good at that.
Yep. Anyways, so you were gonna say something about this room.
She kind of looks around. She goes, I mean, it's kind of a bloodbath, really.
Yeah.
She kind of looks around again and she goes, and there were no bodies, and bodies don't walk. So somebody had to carry them. And where did they go?
That's not true.
I pointed to the vent again.
But where from there?
They followed the vent to the maintenance shaft.
Down? To the cellar?
Yeah. Then probably out on some ship somewhere.
Nuh-uh.
No?
I mean, if you had taken a couple of bullet wounds to the chest, would you be able to fly a ship?
No, but...
Where would you go? To see a doctor.
Okay, Doc, okay.
What?
They wounded the people and took the bodies. Someone else did with the intention of not helping them get better.
Well, not the dead bodies. I know they're just dead, right? But the other people that were moving them were also injured. I can tell. There's like at least a couple, 4 or 5 people's blood on the carpet.
Huh.
There are a total of 7 people here.
Sometimes I can't smell them all.
Okay, I'm gonna move past this. So you being a doctor, if let's say a person can't go to a public doctor, where would they go? Actually, I feel like I would know this.
Yeah, you could roll. You could definitely roll for this where they might go.
Because I probably imagine I've been hurt a couple times. I probably have to go to like a black market doctor or something.
And you can see what you know. That would be. It's kind of a toughie because. I mean, it's just going to be your wits, but if you have something you feel like you can add to it.
I don't even have survival. Never mind.
It was just your wits. Like for this, it's just straight wits.
Oh, bam. Never mind.
Okay. No, you're like
die.
So here's the thing. Coriolis has. She goes. I mean, they could go to another black or doctor in the cellar, but I mean, everybody who's anybody is allowed to be treated at the sanatorium.
Do we know what that is?
It is the biggest and largest hospital, basically, like care facility on Coriolis. It's massive. It's where he went to recover Umara.
I turn to the adjudicator. I say, might want to check the records for anybody coming in with injuries in the sanatorium within probably about 2 to 12 hours after the cameras cut here.
Specifically, blunt force trauma.
Or shotgun.
Could we
kind of
bullet wounds?
Boop this in.
I was gonna ask, is there a way we could just like find out right now? Like, do they not have access to these kind of data?
They do. That's why we're calling the adjudicator.
I was about to say the adjudicator does.
Yeah.
So they kind of beep in and kind of sift through some information, and they say there was 2 individuals who came into the Samaritan Sanatorium about the time of day, only a few hours after when we suspected this all happened. Kind of flipped through and says, but their identities are unknown as they worked underneath the church. and their files are kept secret for religious purposes. But it does look like they were treated by Brother Ramus and Sister Roba.
Well, I guess we have a new point of interest.
Lamara, are those any of your friends?
Nope.
Okay.
You think I have so many friends? She kind of like...
You know?
Well, I mean...
You did this to yourself, Mike.
You know what, Lamara? I'm really, really sure that you have more friends than Malik does.
Oh, I believe that. But I'm his best friend.
Oh, aren't you just a piece?
Best? I know.
So should we go perhaps talk to these brothers or religious folks and maybe see what they know?
I have a bit of a concern with that, though. We know that there are a bunch of mystics down on Kua right now who are probably being tortured.
Yeah.
Are we...
There are mystics on Kua?
No, doctor, this is the quiet time.
So we already know where this already is going, really. A lot of the stuff that we have is confirming information.
Mm-hmm.
This is stuff that we could hand off to your father.
Also, brother and sister, whoever the hell, I didn't...
Brother Remus and Sister Robois.
Yeah, I didn't.
I wrote down Brother Raymond.
Great, perfect.
I wrote religious folks.
Wow, we have a very respectful team.
I try so hard.
Hold on, I was writing and brain is not as fast.
I love it. I love it so much. Okay.
I don't think Malik doesn't care. He looks to Kasha and says, "Brother and sister, whoever, they're pariah. They're from the order, I would assume."
Yes.
And we know that a monastery ship cut the data stream and all the security, and that ship was from the Order of the Pariah.
It was.
Which means that these people were treated by pariah operatives at the sanitarium. Which means even if we go question them, they're not going to give us any information.
They're going to protect their own people.
Correct. So, yes, it's a lead, but it's going to be a dead end for us.
Well, it's your lead, and then I point to the adjudicator, and then I look over at Tal, and I'm like, we have our lead.
Also, if we go and talk to them, then they'll also, I mean, we can't really do very much. We have no actual power over anybody that we talk to in the sanatorium.
I think what we're trying to say is
there's just we can't get anything from them, and it would just tell them that we're on to them, or someone is.
Yeah. Damn it, Dot! Stop making those faces.
Just letting you all simmer. It just makes me so happy.
No, I was looking at the adjudicator and telling that to them.
Oh, okay. They basically look at you and they kind of nod. They don't say much. Fine, I will report if you feel that it is not your place to investigate.
I would look at Tal and be like, so what should we do then?
I mean, same thing we've been talking about doing. All of this is connected. We know where we're going, though. So let's finish making our preparations and get to it.
Okay. So he just kind of nods and starts kind of like stepping over the blood splats and like making his exit. Not leaving, just preparing to leave.
I think Tamir's going to start packing up his stuff, but like quietly look up to the doctor.
Her eyes kind of pan. They're panning around the room as if she sees something you don't.
Doctor, do you hear anything?
No. I mean, what do you mean?
Like a sound beyond sound, beyond the ambience that you can hear here. Is there a humming or a bell?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you.
I smell stuff, though. I see stuff, too. Sometimes.
What do you smell?
The doctors told me I was crazy. People. Things. Sickness.
Could you be more specific? Is there something here that is...
Oh, in here? No, there were definitely 4 men that were left alive. That left, along with another smell I can't quite place. It's kind of sweet and doesn't at all smell like normal human blood.
Have you ever been around the emissary before?
No, that's silly.
What do we know about the emissary's physical composition?
That's actually a good question. The book is very vague on it.
It's super vague.
It's so vague on it. They call them the Ghost of Xene. You know that they appeared about a year ago. 5 of them, 5 representatives. They sent one to Coriolis to sit on the council. Well, they arrived at Coriolis and requested a seat on the council. Let me rephrase that. And because of the fears that were associated with them, it was granted. They are the first non-human life that we have come in contact with.
Right.
And which is a pretty big deal. So there's a bit of the alien scare about Coriolis and about them. And considering the fact in their first council meeting, they announced that they are the judge incarnate, that they are sent from the icons themselves, there has been a lot of scare around them. They're more like celebrities. And the one is really... the one representative is the one here really on Coriolis. So... yeah, that's about what you know. I mean, they serve, they represent because people are too scared to tell them no. You know, it's like how with the order, they're too large to say that they have to dissipate, but they also don't run everything. Like they still have power, but it's their own self-earned power. So it's kind of similar, but the emissary themselves, they're quiet, they keep to themselves, and some people believe they don't even exist because they've never seen them.
Would it be far-fetched to Tamir can hear this energy?
Yes.
Is she seeing it? Is she smelling it? Would that be far-fetched for him to think? That's where he was going with this train of thought.
No, it would not be. It would not be far-fetched at all for you to think that. I mean, Malik just said out loud, right? Oh no, he said it to Tao.
Right. See, and that's Tamir doesn't know the conversations that they have had together. He doesn't know that he's trying to keep her identity quiet about being a mystic. Tamir had already assumed she was a mystic when Malik had brought her aboard, because he said that you just saved her life when everyone was like, fuck you, why did you bring this person on board?
Right.
So he's going under the full assumption that she's a mystic.
Okay.
Which is why he asked
not
if
a fair
she could
assumption.
hear.
And it's interesting. Okay, I say that she's a mystic. Her powers are different than yours. That's evident, that there's something more there.
Tamir doesn't know anything more than mystic, though.
Right. And so, yeah, you don't know a whole lot about mystics, and you're relatively new to it as well. But that being said, she would also be rather new to it. You all got your powers in and around the same time, though differently. But her powers seem to be manifesting faster. She doesn't seem to have to concentrate and meditate and do a lot of what you and Tao are doing as you're working into your mystic abilities. It's almost like she's wearing a pair of goggles instead. So she could be a mystic, or she could be sensitive.
Okay.
Mystic sensitive, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, then he'll kind of continue on that train of thought with her. Like what is it that you can smell? You mentioned a sweetness.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's so faint though. And she kind of, you watch as she like drops down to her knees and she gets on all fours and she begins smelling the bloody rug.
What are you doing?
I bring her over to where the middle of the rug is. Does it smell the most concentrated over here?
Yes. What is that? It's like,
I think that's the emissary.
This is really weird.
No.
She on all fours, she turns and looks over at you. What are you talking about?
No, this is not weird.
I just let it go.
She smiles at you.
The person who was missing, they were taken. That's the sweet smell. That's who we're trying to find right here.
Oh. Well,
have you smelled that anywhere else in Coriolis?
She kind of takes a second. She sniffs the carpet really deep. She's like, there's so many other smells and they're so old. But yeah, I've smelled that before. Maybe. I could track it. And I'd know if I smelled it again.
You can track it?
Oh yeah, I could smell it if I came across it again.
Maybe we should go down to the cellar and just walk around a little bit and see if we smell anything interesting. Now, if we go to the cellar, we have to be extremely careful about what we say, Lumara.
Okay. Why? Am I not careful? Kind of.
No, just people there might misunderstand the
So the quiet game again.
Yeah, well they might misunderstand you don't speak until the quiet game's over. That's how you win. Cool. But people might misunderstand you talking about how much you can smell and see.
Okay.
How about this? If you talk too much, Malik's gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
So if you need to communicate or converse, Malik will be your point of interest for talking. So just unload on him whenever you need to.
Point of interest. You're muted again.
What's happening right now?
We're going to go to the cellar, and I'm checking in with you the whole time.
Yes, Malik, the entire time.
Okay, it didn't seem relevant before because we were leaving. But I just wanted to be known that the last time I went to the cellar, I walked by a murder scene. So,
another murder scene.
Yeah, you know, like one of those murder scenes, and he like looks at Tal and Malik, or Tal and Tamir rather. So.
All right. We'll just go.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but you know. Maybe...
I just really wanted to go to the cellar. Come on, it'll be fun.
We only have them for right now. And he like thumbs over to Kasha.
Kasha's like, once we ignored you. Actually, probably in fact at this point they look at all of you and they go, "Fine, I'm going to investigate this sanatorium problem. If you're not already gone, I'll report back. If not, then."
Actually, we should probably go ahead and just give in keys and everything like that and get going.
Speaking of key, they put their hand out for the key to this estate.
I'm gonna give the key back, but I have a question for you, Dot.
Of course you do.
since I've crit like twice in this goddamn security system, is it possible that like, I mean, obviously I would have turned it back on. Is it possible that I can have the feeds routed to my system?
Oh, the security cameras on the emissary's property?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Cool. Then I happily hand the key back. Which might actually seem strange to the rest of the crew. That I go, oh yeah, no problem. And I hand the key back. And they kind of
tuck it away. And they say, the door will lock behind you when you're done.
Great.
Are you staying here? Are you leaving? What?
They walk out. They're gone. You watch as they all leave. Lamar goes, bye. Waves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just us in this room now, right?
We should.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, discretion's out the window.
What are we hoping to find if we go to the cellar?
Whatever the sweet smell is.
Lumara
I
can
know
sense mystics.
What? I see them for who they actually are.
Yeah. That's how I found out about Tamir.
Oops.
Yep. So, the crime scene I walked past, I'm pretty sure, was a mysticide, which is a dumb name.
Actually, it's a really good name.
Whatever.
It describes the action of what is happening.
I know what it describes. It was in the cellar. I'm just saying, it's happening more commonly down there because there's less law enforcement. And there's now 2.5 of you.
So your reason for not wanting to go to... Go ahead.
Yeah, it's because we have 3 mystics in a group.
It doesn't matter. We know that, at least as of last time I heard, the ambassador is in a jungle on Kua. We already know where they're going.
Right. Saul does not know any of this, right? Like, he wasn't present for the visions you guys had, the conversations you guys had, all that stuff. At every moment.
Saw Tal faint with a vision once.
That was when we first...
You dropped a grenade and came in after you heard the big boom in Tamir's room. Yeah. So you were not there.
Damn, what the fuck? I just realized Saul has not technically like directly been informed that you guys are mystics. But you found out through Lumara. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, Saul has literally not been told or informed by anybody about what's going on.
Don't worry, Tal hasn't told a single person. It's fine.
Tamir tells everybody except Saul.
I feel like Malik just spilled the beans in that case. Then that's when he says about Lumara, that's when he looks at Tal because he knows because of what the conversation was with her father. But
I had to know this for this next part. Okay. Yeah. So Saul, after you say that, would be extremely just kind of like, wait a second. So you, and I point to Tamir, you're one of those mystics?
Yes.
And then I point to Tal. I'm like, and you, what do you mean you, last time you come, how did you know they're in a jungle? Are you one of the mystics too?
Yeah, you know, some weird shit happens when you get too close to the darkness, Soul.
And I point to the doctor. What the? Are you a mystic too, Malik?
No. Mystic?
No, it's just 2.5 mystics. It's fine.
It's our new hit sitcom.
Okay, so you're telling me, because it's all kind of like, it's like kind of taken aback.
So do you recall when you were the Bukor attacked you and you were in the med bay?
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened?
What happened in the med bay?
I saw some freaky things, but I thought I was high on morphine or something.
Hey, I've been that before.
I'm sure you have.
What happened in the med bay?
If I mean, I thought it was a dream, but I mean, your brother here was, I don't know, a phantom thing, ripping other phantoms out of our bodies.
That's not how it works.
He doesn't know that though. All he remembers is seeing.
We were poisoned.
Oh, that can happen sometimes.
Tamir did something. I don't know what he did, but he was like pulling goop out of us, and Sol was yelling, and being really freaking difficult.
Well, I'm sorry. When there's a floating shadow in front of me, which looked like was ripping things out of my so-called crewmates, I reacted as if I should.
Because it was the poison manifesting.
Well, I don't know what mystics do or don't do or all
Malik?
this.
Yeah.
Your friends are weird.
No, I'm aware. Was this when I found you unconscious?
It's when you get slugged.
Oh, is this why you need a doctor? Goo is not my specialty.
Lenora? And Soul's like really getting frustrated. Whatever.
I love that you never get her name right. It's like the most insulting right ever. You always go
Eleanor?
Lauren? I don't know. I don't care. Listen, you just I'm okay.
Kua?
Yes, we're going to Kua.
Okay.
We're going to Kua.
We're
So
going
do you
to
understand why it is important for us to go now?
Well, yes, I get that. I just didn't know I had we were walking with targets.
You are a member of the syndicate. Now, disconnected, you are also a target.
You work for the syndicate?
Oh my god.
Tamara feels like she's actually at the family dinner table. She doesn't have to sit at the kids' table anymore.
Samir, you're really good at telling other people's business. You should practice not doing that.
Oh.
That's actually Malik's
And I will
face.
start walking back out to my ship.
Soul is just like,
Well, wait. And as you go, your science kit, Tamir, it starts beeping. Beep,
what is that?
Beep.
What is
beep.
I'm sorry.
I was
Is
just
no one gonna acknowledge that burn?
shit? Whatever. Just
Yeah,
You
he
go-
needs a doctor after that.
You go over. Lumara points. Some of the data you were running completes on a critical success.
Oh.
You have the identities of a few people. One of them is the Mirian blood, but what the screen shows you is something you've never seen before. The machine says analysis unknown, not in terms of the person, but in terms of the blood itself. Unknown information. It seems that the blood and this person's DNA has a pretty incredible regenerative rate that's far beyond how we heal. And Lumar would even go, it's not supposed to be like that.
No, it is not supposed to be like that.
What's not supposed to be like that? What is that?
How is that even possible?
What is possible? I can't read this.
I don't know. What is of interest to you, though, is that the biodata, other than that, seems partially corrupted. And you're unsure if it's male or female.
Dot, how common is knowledge about non-humans?
It's not.
Like not aliens, but like
humanoids?
Humanites.
Oh,
Humanites.
Humanites, yeah.
It would be a lore roll. You could roll a lore. If you would know that.
Do I have culture? I don't have culture.
Oh, culture.
Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. So I would not. I don't have. I don't have anything.
It's whispered. It's rumored. People talk about it.
Okay.
Some people call them crazy. Some people don't. It's like saying, the Loch Ness monster's out there.
Yeah.
It's like a myth kind of deal.
Yeah. So it lives in kind of this myth. Yeah. Place. Mm-hmm. If anybody has lore, you can roll it. But
has culture.
No.
Nope. We are a group of uncultured and unmedicaled people.
Yep.
Sweet.
What do you
actually think?
I'm gonna nudge at Tamir. What does it say?
It is of unknown origin, and yet somehow in the blood whoever this belongs to, they have incredible regenerative abilities.
Regenerative abilities.
Yes.
Can you pinpoint if that was the blood on the floor or the blood? Like, where's that blood source from? Maybe we can.
Of course, that is where I everything gets labeled. That's what all the tags are.
I don't know.
It was from over here, wherever it was. Dot.
If I look at where he pointed, could I make a possible assumption of whether it is like, oh fuck, how do I phrase this? I'm trying to see if it's a person that was like running away and got blown up, or if it was a person that was doing the aggression that have like a bit of a splat back with the blood. Because what I'm trying to determine is if this blood was the victim or the assassin.
In all of the blood, there are 6 people that you could account for, basically.
Right.
3 come back as male.
Okay.
2 come back as female.
And
one is unknown, and that unknown is the one that has the regenerative properties. You can rightfully assume that it is probably the blood of the emissary. Would be an easy assumption and one you could make without rolling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, if this, that blood is probably of someone important. I mean, and I look out towards the door where Tao went. Like, what do we do? Do we just leave? Is there really that much importance if we try to chase this lead down the cellars, risk all of your lives for what? Confirmation that some big bad dude did beat the crud out of an emissary, or do we go to Kua? I mean, you guys have a point. I'm an ex-assassin. He's a hacker. You're out of school. Like, we don't really have the strongest rep here to demand anything.
I think we're all pro Kua right now.
That is what our patron has asked of us.
Right.
And it is
okay.
Imminent. It is something that we can take action on right now and help people immediately.
Right. Soul's like kind of like constantly agreeing, but for some reason he has this like uneasy jitter. He's like, it just feels weird. But yeah, it all makes sense.
It's not often that I say planet side is safer.
I haven't really been planet side in a while.
It's been a couple of years.
All right. Well, I mean, let's pack this up. Let's get out of here. We're not supposed to be here anyway. And our ticket to being here just left, so.
Yeah. Plus, I have the dancer looking into the ships.
Soul kind of like does one of those like, and he just walks away. Doesn't care anymore. He's walking away.
She owed me a favor.
Oh, is this the cashing in on favor?
Yeah, that's what the card was. Cool. You need help breaking that down? He like motions to Tamir.
No, I'm fine.
All right. Well, cool. And he opens the door and like motions Lumara out. Let's go.
You motion Lumara out. And as you do, Lumara goes, oh, you just hear her say, oh no, are you lost? And she kind of turns and looks down a hallway, and there stands a child.
Fuck that.
She goes, you really shouldn't be here, little one. Do you need some help? All of you recognize this child immediately.
Would I have left already? Or
if you exit the door, the child is just to the left down the hallway.
I can't remember.
Yeah, was it there when I left? Because I walked out.
If you walk out, you see the child stands there.
I walked out before they even got the results.
Oh, that's right. Yes. We cut to Tao exiting.
Oh, God.
You begin to walk away, recounting your steps backwards and out of this apartment complex and off of this just gym-encrusted insult to those other people in Coriolis. And as you head towards your ship, your home, and you have a plan, you have a mission, you need to save your sister, you got to do these. You see directly in front of you on an empty path and looking over this beautiful lake, the boy.
Fancy meeting you here.
Why is it fancy?
It's an expression.
I hate it.
Yeah, not the biggest fan either. I won't use it again with you. Anything bring you here specifically?
You.
Oh.
Your investigation. You get closer to the truth of the emissary. The child, obviously not speaking, just stands in front of you blinking.
So creepy when you do that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, why'd they gotta be a kid? So what? Should we continue following this lead, or just because realistically, I feel like we should just skip to Kua?
Tell me what you know.
Don't do it.
He can make you tell him. I don't want to have to do that.
I know. I know.
Yes, you do. Fill up that corruption bar and make it happen.
Oh my gosh.
Ultimate corruption. No, he just said, what you know. Remember, we are working towards the same end.
I know. Just hate being ordered around.
Sorry.
Malik's doing it enough.
Will it help if I say the word fancy?
You know what? That did kind of help. Anyways, so there were 7 people. 7 people worth of blood. One of them was the ambassador themselves. Looks like there was some sort of fight in the house, and they, I guess, knocked him unconscious or something, and took him out the vent. A few people died along the way, I think.
Do we know who these individuals are?
Not exactly, but
we have no names.
I don't.
But your family does.
I don't have any names. When Tamir was running everything, he didn't have any names there. So if they found anybody, then I don't know.
You seem... And he kind of begins stepping towards you. Troubled. What is wrong?
There's a lot of fucked up shit going on right now. And I really just want to sit down and think about a couple things, because I feel like if I can just have some peace and quiet, I can put some puzzle pieces together. But every time I try to, somebody else comes and says, hey, you need to do this, Tal. Just, let's go investigate this house full with blood, or, go pick up these shady things.
Estate. That is this place.
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
All right. Turn around and start walking back.
He goes, no. Kind of puts his hand out. Continue to your ship. There is someone you will want to talk with.
Great. More company.
And he goes near the door, but stops in the hallway. You even look over your shoulder to see they stand there, unmoving and unwavering. A few minutes later, after Tal has gone back to the ship for all of you, the 3 of you walk out, and there stands the child. You hear them in your mind. They do not speak. They simply stare at you. Lumara still being like, are you okay? She kind of takes a couple steps towards them.
I'll like instinctively, even though I don't like her, will reach out and try to like hold her back.
She goes, it's just a kid. We should.
Oh, it's not just a kid.
Doctor, this is the djinn.
You didn't tell your brother was funny. Oh.
I'm not funny. He's the funny one.
Actually not funny.
They're both not funny. This isn't a joke.
Jinns are real.
Yeah.
You are staring at one, yes.
Why is it a kid?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they can just be whatever they want.
Well, we
don't discuss that.
We don't know. We don't know. I like all three of us. We're like,
she goes quiet for the first time in a while as she kind of trails off, and there is a rather pregnant pause as she tries to decide whether you guys are pulling her leg or not. And the child finally speaks to all of you, again, not moving its mouth, but in your heads, and it simply says, "Tell me what it is that you know."
Do we see Tao?
She's long gone.
Oh, she's gone. Okay.
Man, can you just get like a data pad or something so I could just send it to you in an email?
A data pad? What a useless, worthless item.
I get it.
I'll explain, like very rudimentary, like fundamentally, just like what we kind of discovered.
Do you know the names of these people? Who was here?
No.
Then what good has your investigation been? And that's not true from a GM perspective. You do know a name of somebody that was here.
We do.
Just waiting on Malik to speak the hell up.
I know.
I genuinely thought we didn't know. Okay.
No, Sul may not. And
you don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
Malik is pretty much the only one that's been able to identify the judge.
Oh yeah, no. In that case, I still say no.
Or the
Malik doesn't trust this fucking djinn.
Right. It's
okay.
Listen, we.
It's fine. I will figure it out myself.
So
okay,
Malik says once he says that what use is your investigation, he looks to Mir and says, "I wasn't paying attention. Can you give him the names of the pariah doctors?"
Yes, we have reason to believe, and like Tamir is kind of like looking back and forth between the kid and Malik, like, you want me to share this information? Okay.
I kind of see the hesitation. I smacked Tamir in the shoulder, just do it.
What can it hurt?
There is a was it a father or a doctor?
Brother and sister.
Brother
sure. Ramus and sister Robois.
Yeah.
Let me just type those out for you.
Brother Raymond and sister Roadblocks.
Remus. Robois.
This is that.
But I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly what I wrote down at first. And I was like, that's not right. We're gonna have to double check this.
So many letters. I thought it was like French. And it would like
he's like ROBAUX Sister Rebla.
Yeah.
The child says, and these healers, you believe them to be a part of all of this?
The men that broke in here were injured. Those two people healed the injured people.
Yes, I can smell them. Their blood. Hey, me too.
Shut up.
He squeezes her hand.
The child, for the first time, moves when she says that and tips its head. I'm sorry. You too.
No.
I can smell their blood.
Oh my God, shut up.
Doctor, please.
Oh, wait, is this the quiet game?
Yes,
Malik is going to get in trouble. Shush.
The child begins walking now towards you, closing the gap of space.
Towards the doctor?
Tamir would like to kind of step in front of the doctor.
Yeah, I would. Fuck, man. Damn this damn doctor. I would as well. I would as well.
The Xene says, interesting. And kind of like looks at her like she is something that the exterior is all wrong. He says, you've seen it, haven't you? The darkness on the other side. I did too, one time. But I came back. She goes, me too.
I'm going to send you right back if you do not stop talking.
He says you can't send her back. Not anymore.
Can we have a deadline? Do you mind if we leave?
No. What do you mean?
I mean that she is on her way to being like me.
I will step away from this doctor at this point.
She goes, a child?
How close is he to us?
Rather close.
Damn.
When Sewell steps away, it like opens up a space for Malik to walk forward, and he steps till he's like right in front of the kid, and then squats down to kid height. Mm-hmm. And in like a very serious, non-sarcastic Malik tone, he says, I don't trust you at all.
You shouldn't.
I don't like you at all. The fact that I'm even working with you makes my skin crawl. Is there any way to stop that? And he like motions back to Lamara.
Oh.
He leans around you and looks, and leans in like a kid might to somebody that they really love. And he says, not that I know of. But then again, the darkness works in mysterious ways. And when I was still mortal, I didn't have what she has.
And that is?
A loose screw.
Love.
Soul will be like, oh.
Malik stands up and he says, all right, it's time to go.
Good luck.
I'm going to move back a little bit to let everyone out first.
He starts to walk around the kid.
I look at Tamir. I'm assuming the doctor's going to go behind Malik.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to look at Tamir, wait for him.
Yes.
He's waiting for you to go.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, he's fucking following.
Yeah, and I will back away, like constantly, just keeping an eye on the djinn.
Yeah, as you walk away, the child looks at the door. That's where they're headed, and the child kind of smiles and simply says, "Good luck."
Yeah, whatever.
I will tell you more of what I find. And since you're the only person looking at him,
oh damn it! Don't do this.
He shifts because he must go through the door, which has locked behind all of you. And you see for a brief moment.
No.
The Xene.
No.
Yeah.
Damn it! God. Why the fuck? Why me?
You needed to get your last word in. And I needed to make sure you saw the Xene.
God, is this gonna affect
And I got darkness points to spend, y'all. We can't go to Kua, I'll kill you on impact. Darius points on Kua, so I really should spend some of them.
Did I
Wait. So Gnome and I are having a conversation earlier, and he goes, there's no proof that we'll actually land on Kua once we leave the station. And I said, no, don't worry, buddy. Every time, he's like, well, I said, once you hit atmosphere, you always land.
Precisely.
So,
Precisely.
Me seeing the Djinn, because the last time I saw the Djinn, it fucked me up.
It did so hard.
Am I getting fucked up?
You're gonna have
again?
to make a roll, and I want to make sure I know what that roll is.
Dude, what the fuck? This is what I get for trying to make sure everyone gets out before me. Next time, I'm gonna leave Tamir.
This is what you get for looking back and trying to taunt the guy.
I wasn't trying to taunt him. I was making sure that he doesn't do anything to our backs as we're leaving. It is a normal, I don't know military, but like I would assume normal video game tactic, okay, of always, checking your six and making sure you're good when you leave.
Okay, I'm just gonna very quickly give a riggedy roll. Sherpty derp, okay.
Well, that to do.
Okay, I only got one. That's okay. You see it again, that ghost that haunts your nightmares, the one that took it from you. I'm gonna have you roll a D6.
Roll 1d6. Okay. I got 2. Plus 4. I got a 6.
Okay. Okay. You rolled a 2, so that is known as compulsion meme. This is a mania. You basically have a mania.
Okay. Do I add this somewhere, or
this is this is just like the last one where you had to like look away. It's more kind of a role play thing, but
did that look away thing go away as well?
Over time it wears away, cool. I would say, unless they continue to taunt you like this. So you have what's known as compulsion, which means that you compulsively perform a specific action in specific situations or certain situations. You cannot be around a child.
Good.
Being in the same room makes you nauseous, and you compulsively must turn away and leave. And you watch as that face again goes off as it into the room. And the Djinn is gone. And you have a moment having to catch your breath as your knees almost buckle.
As I back up, I'll probably try to grab the side of the wall or whatever to balance myself. And then just take a moment to regather myself, and I guess I get the same feeling as before, and Soul being adaptive will recognize that, and he'll just be like, fuck that thing, and then he'll get up and then try to regroup with everyone else.
You have to pick up your pace a little bit to catch up, but you do, and you begin to leave this floor, headed back to the Defiant, all of you.
Yeah, I think so.
Lumara asks questions the whole way. What did he mean by, as you, I'm sure, attempt to shush her the whole way as the camera pans out and down to the vessel. The Defiant is almost ready. You have been, when you get to the ship, you have been, you can see there's like a note or a notice that's been placed that you have a slot to portal jump from here, which you need for a busy system like this, which would be tomorrow morning. And not only do you see the posting, but you see a woman by the ship. She's leaning on it nonchalantly. She looks up at you. You know her. It is your reporter friend.
Mm-hmm. Why, hello there.
She says, I was not expecting you, though I guess I should have been. She looks at the ship. I see you have made a lot of upgrades.
Yeah, well,
I don't.
Times are changing, I guess, or something.
So,
what can I help you with?
Well, I was looking for Malik. He was, in fact, the one who sent me this. She holds a small slip of printed, paper, it almost looks like a receipt. She kind of jerks it back so you can't read it. She says he said a very cryptic message about diplomatic immunity. Now, what would 4 ragtag freelancers want to know about diplomatic immunity? I feel like this is a story for the front page.
Or it's a story that shouldn't go to the paper, but should go elsewhere. You want to come talk on my ship?
I thought you'd never ask. And she kind of folds a piece of paper and tucks it into a breast pocket on her vest that she wears and follows you into the ship. She looks around. She says, you have made some upgrades. Much nicer than when I flew with your parents.
Well, I'm doing different kinds of jobs these days, apparently.
Apparently. She says, so, tell me what you know. On the record, of course.
On the record, I know that there's more to a story that you told me about previously.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I know that diplomatic immunity is the reason why they didn't get very far on it.
Okay. And who has this diplomatic immunity?
I look her up and down, and I sigh heavily. You know what? I really feel like this is something that Malik should tell you since he started the story. This is his story.
I feel like you're a bit nervous.
Yeah, well, I don't necessarily want to be the one that's being blasted on the front page of the papers saying, oh, this is who did what.
It's not like they believe me anyways. People.
Still don't need that in your mouth or from your keyboard.
I see. Well, then small talk till Malik gets here. She reaches in her pocket and turns off her recorder. Yep. Off the record. How are you? Have you seen your parents?
I have seen my parents. They're doing okay. Everybody's a little anxious these days.
That's true.
But, you know, everyone's coping in their own way.
I guess. Many of us feel like maybe the things going on are good for Coriolis.
Is that what you think?
Off the record, I think that the mystics have caused problems and that somebody pushing them to leave is not always a bad thing. And the emissary did demand a place on the council. It's not how we work.
Fair.
So the bulletin reports on the mysticides and we try to stay neutral.
Well, can't always stay neutral. Sometimes you just absolutely have to pick a side.
I know. It's why I write the news. I live for those moments. And I was hoping, based on this little note, she actually pets the breast pocket where she put it, would lead me to another great story, because the last one that I had happened because of all of you. You did get to read the story I wrote about you, right?
I'm afraid I didn't actually.
What? I'll have to send you a copy.
I would like that.
You did do an interview.
I did. I don't know exactly what you would have said, though. I didn't really give you much.
You gave me enough.
Well, I expect to have that article soon.
Watching the other three of you, you are so nervous right now.
It's so funny to watch.
Trying to keep it under wraps. I'm nervous just watching the three of you. And I'm the GM. I know what's going on.
My anxiety died. My anxiety.
Tal is not a
talker. She goes, well, do you have anything to drink aboard this?
Yeah. Do you want it to be hard, soft, or do you not care?
Hard, preferably, but you know.
All right. I've got a little whiskey in the back. And I rummage through some cabinets and pull out a bottle from the back and say, yeah, I've been holding on to this one.
She takes it and kind of swigs it when you serve it and sips on it. Oh, that's good. What is that?
I think they call it Supernova.
Your sister used to drink Supernova.
Totally.
Have you seen her recently? It's been a while.
I haven't.
That's all right. I'm sure she's in and out of trouble. That's what she's good at.
She's certainly good at getting into trouble. I was always the one getting her out of it, so who knows?
Well, you seem rather busy now.
Guess she's going to have to find somebody else to clean up her messes.
It's not your job to clean up her messes.
I know. That's why I stopped.
Well, she looks over as the door zoots up. The three of you and Lumara stand there in the doorway. As you enter, you see Tao and reporter. I cannot remember her name off the top of my damn head.
Tal is...
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's Anita. Tal is kind of sitting back in a what looks like would be a relaxed position for almost anybody else, but I'm sure at least Tamir can tell that Tal is extremely uncomfortable.
I think Sol remembers the conversation of when we were talking about going topside or cellar, and Tal said that she really doesn't want to talk to people. So and also I don't think Sol trusts the reporter. So he's going to kind of eye the reporter in a very hostile manner and just, why is it every time we come here, there's somebody new on this ship?
I don't know. Apparently, I need to stop telling people where I'm docked.
I was kind of invited here. And two, it's not hard to run diagnostics to find out where ships are docked. And the Defiant is a bit of a unique name.
Out of character question, sorry. We don't know that Malik sent that report, right? Okay.
You have no idea.
Right. Okay. Invited?
Yep.
Invited by who?
Well, Malik, of course.
I immediately look at Malik.
All eyes on Malik.
I didn't invite you anywhere.
I take a large sip of whiskey.
Well, when you send a rather cryptic message direct to the hotline printer for Coriolis, and it comes through with the words diplomatic immunity. She reads off the piece of paper. Please research.
After she says diplomatic immunity, I would push everyone into the ship and close the door.
Keep going. With the rest of the message.
Oh, she says that was the one that interested me the most.
What was the next line?
I don't have that written down.
It was, this is not a story. Also,
no.
nowhere on there invited you to the ship.
Again, when you hack into my private hotline and you send a message with such Vigor. I felt it necessary to do a little research. Isn't that what you asked me to do?
What'd you find out?
Well, I haven't yet, because I'm here to interview you.
Oh, okay.
What?
Malik immediately hits the door and says, "Not a story," and motions for her to get out.
I will immediately move out of the way to make a path for her to leave.
She goes, all right, I see that you're a bit testy about it. My question is, why bring me into your mess?
You have ties that I don't. This is not a story. And he still has his hand out for her to leave.
Everything is a story.
This is not one for the bulletin.
If I write it well enough. Fine. She looks over at a new person. I know you. Lamara waves. You're the doctor.
I will immediately grab her and start pushing her towards the medic because I do not want her.
Medbay. Yeah, you start moving her. She goes, "That's the doctor."
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I'll just keep motioning her towards the medbay and pushing her in.
Yes, we have hired a physician because
we didn't have one on the ship.
I finished the rest of my whiskey.
You take a big gulp. She takes your lead and follows, slipping hers down. She says, well, I see I'm not welcome here. Next time you message me privately, Malik, remember that I'm a paper and the bar has filled. I love this so much. I love this so much. And the bar has filled. She goes, it was nice to see you all. I hope that you have a great trip, wherever it is that you're going. She takes a look around again, seeing the changes to the vessel. And as she goes to leave, she turns around and she says, Malik.
Yeah.
Diplomatic immunity is given to those, or given to very specific people. In my time doing research, anytime we run into diplomatic immunity, it means you should stop. I hope to see you again. I encourage you to stop.
If that's the case, then this is not a story.
She goes, I don't have a story yet. There was no interview.
Have a great day, Anita.
I will try, Malik. Don't forget, you can call me up when you do have a story. If you come back. And she hits the button. It drops down.
I want to walk over to Tamir and kind of like whisper in a low tone, your brother seriously needs to stop bringing girls to the ship.
I grab the rest of the bottle and start drinking the rest of it straight from the bottle on my way to my room.
Everybody begins to depart, to dissipate, going to their separate places, and one more day is all you have. Just a night technically in space. Here, a few more hours, I guess. Maybe each of you go to your rooms. Maybe you have some cordial conversation. Maybe you use this time to prepare for your massive and important trip.
I want to look for that grenade. I'm saying that right now. I want to find that grenade, Dot, before you do anything with it. I want to find the fucking grenade.
You can roll. This is going to be...
That is such bullshit. It was supposed to be a damn joke.
If you say it, so it is.
Okay.
You can roll for this. This is an observation to dig around the ship for it.
Okay. Please, if there was ever a moment to give me a crit, this is it. Please. Oh, did you go through?
Did.
Failure.
You search the ship high and low. You retrace your steps. You do not find the grenade.
Oh, also on my way out, I tell everybody, we leave in the morning. Don't be late getting up.
I hate this.
And everybody takes to themselves. But Tal, it is you. You're woken out of your sleep in a hot sweat. You've been having nightmares, whatever it is that haunts you when you close your eyes. They open up to a child in the corner of the room, a dark shadow across their face. The light from the kind of slit in the window of your door of your bedroom beams across their little eyes. And they stare right at you.
Whoever is in nearby rooms probably hears an expletive from Tal's room.
A little holler. All of you can roll observation. You're asleep, so there's going to be negatives to this. If you're sleeping, it's probably a -2. You can put -2 into the modifier.
-2, got it. Observation?
Mm-hmm. To see if you hear Tal scream out. Nope. Oh.
That's
nice.
Weird.
Great.
Didn't let me?
It was lagging for me a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting a syntax error?
Yeah, I'd refresh the page.
The reason you're getting a syntax error is because you probably put positive down to -2.
Yes.
Click -2 up 2. So it says positive and negative. Make
Yeah.
it where it says -2. Does that make sense?
Use the sheet.
I did use the sheet.
Where the word says negative, click up twice to make it negative +2.
Yeah, it's oddly written, but
yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's a fan-made character sheet. So
I get it though.
Hey,
it's positive dice and negative dice.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you say there was a kid, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a child in the corner of
there's
the
a kid. It's the very special kid. But essentially you hear, what the fuck?
Yeah, you hear Tal start out of a nightmare.
You can't do that. Can't do that.
Do I hear that? Do I hear her saying?
You hear the like kind of explosion of her waking up and seeing the kid. If you wanted to go check on her.
And it's late at night.
It is. Everybody at least is asleep on the ship.
Okay, I'll go check up on her.
You go down to Tal's room. It takes you a minute because you might want to put your boots on or something, but only boots only. As you walk down the hallway, all
Boots
that's on Tal's door is a slit.
I'll knock.
Tell him to go away.
Is it Tal? Are you okay?
I'm fine, Soul. Thanks for checking.
I just leave.
You go back to sleep. The child stands there again, that beam of light across their eyes, and they say, I found something.
Okay. Do you have to be so creepy when you always say hi to me?
Creepy? I don't understand your meaning.
It's fine. What do you have?
I have information about an ambassador.
Oh, yeah?
After my own investigation, I was able to track down one of the individuals there. Their name is Johar Kassar, a Zenithian ambassador of high standing. He bears the responsibility of being an ambassador to the Council of Factions. I spent the day with him. Your brother and sisters at the sanatorium are not guilty of what you think.
They were just healing people?
They are doing what they believe is right.
Fair. What about the ambassador?
He is guilty. He is planning something. He knew of the He knew of the emissaries' kidnapping, though he was only a pawn. He seeks power.
Well, at least they were well earned. But who would control the ambassador?
He carries his father's name. He wants it so badly that he would do anything to gain political power. Humans are weak. Tell Tues. They are easily manipulated. And yet a very small price for a very important creature.
You know, I've noticed the smaller the men, no, that's not right. How do I put this? The more insignificant man, the lower the price for atrocities.
He hides it behind money and a name. I have been wished here for a very specific purpose. I must continue that purpose. Good night. Tell Tues.
Good night. If you could keep your visits to when I'm awake would be great.
He goes, no worries. You are headed away from this place, correct?
Yep. Leave in the morning.
I'll take your nightmares. What do you want to dream of? Tell Tues.
I will just wish for my own dreams rather than telling you.
So be it. Good night, Tell Tues.
Good night, Carl.
And as I'm sure you drop back down on the bed, going to sleep. Maybe you open an eye and look back in the corner and the child is gone. Because we filled a corruption bar. The Xene is not done aboard a vessel he's been invited on. He goes to visit a sleeping doctor. Where does the doctor sleep, Malik? With you?
In a cryo tube, if I have my way about things.
You force her into a cryo tube every
No.
night?
Wow, rude.
No.
Rude, Dot.
No, Tal would have had another sleeping area prepared at one point or another. If nothing else, she would have ended up inviting Lumara to stay in her room.
Oh, interesting.
So if...
Well, you know what? The medbay got expanded. She might have had a bunk installed in the because it did get a massive expansion. So I'd say that's probably a reasonable idea. If nothing else, she might also sleep on the slab, the medical slab.
Tal wouldn't make her sleep in the cryo chamber. Tal would make sure she had some sort of a bed.
We see the child manifest again out of an eerie kind of reddish smoke. It walks down the hallways of this ship, running its hand across the wall all the way down, and it stops on the medbay door, flat. And you watch as their hand pushes through, ethereal-like, and they pass in. They look over to a small bunk where Lumara sleeps. She rests very soundly. She holds a scalpel in one hand as it drapes off the bed. They walk over and slip the scalpel out of her hand, set it down. They're gonna roll some things. They watch her for a very long time before they reach out and touch her on the forehead. It only takes a few seconds from the perspective of the camera. The Xene smiles, grabs her sheets, pulls it up, tucks her in, And he leans over and he whispers in her ear. Soon, you will have to find a new home, dear Xene. You'll know when it's right. Return to me when you are done on Kua. And the boy, again, with a slight tuck, making her a little burrito, they walk out, passing through the door. Out of the main hull of the ship, and we see them as they fade into the crowd of people that do not sleep aboard Coriolis. We do have one more corruption bar. Do I save it? Do I save it for the top of next week? We're going to save it for the top of next week.
We're going to start with the corruption bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick next week.
Just I love
great
the silence.
Rip the band.
I was muted.
Don't stop.
I mean, do we?
Do you want to wait, or do you want me? I
Dylan.
mean, I could. Okay, fine. I'll go ahead.
God.
I'll go ahead and give you the corruption bar now. As the boy walks away, fading into the crowd of people, there we see two figures standing kind of across the walkway of this gangway that leads to Tal's ship in this private sector. Two figures wrapped in kind of their heads wrapped in a very tight kind of black mask. And they wear robes of kind of tight-fitted robes. They watch your vessel. You watch as they reach under their cloaks for two Vulcan pistols. And they begin stepping across the way, unseen by everyone around them, towards the ship. Okay, you wanted it. There it is.
Great.
What the fuck does that mean?
Tal is never getting a good night's sleep ever again.
No.
Wait, is that where we're ending?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Fucking god damn it.
You wanted it tonight.
No, but now we have to wait a week.
Yes,
Let's keep going.
Wait, hold on. We're asleep, right?
Yeah.
You are.
Oh, fuck. We're going to get assassinated.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay.
I just want to say, like, Dylan, I was just joking, like half joking, but you actually may have just killed us.
For the record, Tal probably did not go straight back to sleep after that.
I
imagine not.
I never said I went to sleep
Like,
either.
there's-
Just saying, Dot. I never said I went to sleep.
I
I
just
walked back.
I just want to say I have recently got caught up on all of Letterkenny, and I know that Dot watches it, and all I have to say is, okay, Dot, okay. Okay, Dot.
Okay, Dot.
Dot, okay. Oh, this is so bad. Okay, cool, guys. That's the end of this series. We're actually going to end the entire show right here on this cliffhanger because I can't deal with it anymore.
Let my doctor smooch, though.
I might have. Right? We're now legitimately closer to that happening than ever before. No spoilers, but cool.
We need smooches.
This is the end of episode 15, called Departure. Thank you so much for all those follows, all the subscriptions, all the bars being filled. You guys are amazing. You make the show what it is. So thank you for that.
Broke gnome.
Yeah, you make the show awful for all of us. So I appreciate that for you. Thank you so much.
We have to wait a week now.
That being
This is the worst cliffhanger we've had.
I was gonna leave it until the top of next week, but Paul was so insistent.
What? I didn't say
Let's
what?
go around, do our introductions,
I definitely said it.
and then we can talk about how we feel in our Patreon exclusive post show.
Oh yeah.
If you guys are not a patron of our Patreon, you should. We do a post show wrap up after this. We talk about our feelings. We get some exclusives. We get some hot details, behind the scenes, good stuff. So check that out. Let's start with Paul. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Hi, my name is Paul, also known as M1123 on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Yeah, you can find me there. Primarily, if you want to reach me, you can find me on Twitter. That's like the easiest way to reach me. Tonight was fun. I felt like it was
like a
very...
lie.
This is the saltiest outro I have ever witnessed.
Tonight was fun.
He's
like in the most like just casual position.
Hi, my name's Paul.
Hold on.
Back hurts. Okay, I'm stretching my back. Okay.
Tonight was.
I love you, Paul.
Fun.
Yeah.
Write it down. I love it. I love it so much, Paul.
I made a note here.
I don't really have much more to say to that other than I really enjoyed the Patreon conversation. So if you guys aren't a Patreon and you're considering it, let me tell you, it's a really, really, really fun time. And I think it's really worth the money. It's really worth the time. So consider it. Check it out. That's all I want to promote.
Fantastic.
Actually, can we talk about April the thing or no? We can?
Yes.
All right, then you can do it.
We don't have a name for it, but
no, you can do it then. You can do it. I'm still.
What's happening?
Okay, so with that transition, Gnome, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
My name is Gnome. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at NomeMedic. I do TTRPG things in TTRPG spaces. I'm obviously here every Thursday, and starting in May, Paul is going to be joining me and 3 other fantastic players in a Tales from the Loop short. We're going to be playing it every Tuesday on May over on my channel, and I'm super stoked because I am obsessed with Tales from the Loop, and the more people I get to make play, the happier that I am. So it's going to be a good time. Super excited to see what they come up with. I asked them what they wanted, like what type of theme that they wanted, and I gave them options, and it's basically just all of it. So if we have alien robot dinosaurs, that's something that you could definitely expect to happen in this game. Yeah, super excited for that. You can also catch me on the Rise of the Demigods podcast. That comes out every Monday with a rebroadcast of the show on Wednesdays. I know my schedule. And speaking of Monday again, though, I'm actually in a new show called...
It's okay. It's a new show.
It's a new show.
That's not what it's called.
That's
it's called the new show.
Called Elephant
Called the new
Noise.
Show. Yes. It's on the Salty Sweet Games channel, run by Allison Robinson. It's going to be super sweet. It is an old school module, I think a 2E module. It's updated for 5th edition. Also kind of a little sci-fi element in there, though, it seems. I believe it's called like something about Barrier Peak. But that's going to be on Mondays. I don't know. Check Twitter. The information's definitely all there and not here.
I like that game. That's good. That's good stuff. There is a sci-fi element to that. That's dope. That being said, speaking of sci-fi elements, I guess, I don't know, transitions. Aris, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Speaking of sci-fi, never mind. Hi, I'm Aris Savad.
Okay.
RS.
Yes.
Speaking of sci-fi,
switch over to our ass.
Hi, I'm very smart. I'm apparently feeling very goofy today. I normally make a bunch of stuff, dice trays and accessories and whatnot. I also play a lot of RPGs. You can find me on Open for Adventure on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, where I'm playing a 5th edition homebrew module. Well, it's not really a module. It's just we're sandboxing in a fun world, so that's great. Yes, I am Space's ass. Thank you, Lightning Invoker. And that's all I'm doing right now for now. At least.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But ooh, I do have a giveaway going on my Twitter right now. Yeah, I am rolling for 2 winners for my monthly giveaway tomorrow. So if you go to my Twitter at Aris_Savad, yes, it is. It's my pinned tweet. You can find that in there, and you can win some cool stuff.
Sweet.
And that's it. That's for me.
All right, cool. And then last but not least, Dot, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
Dot, you can find me on the internet, rolling dice, telling stories, being sneaky, all over the place.
Rude.
that's me. I'm excited. I launched a show last night. It went really well. At least my friends tell me that, so they've at least boosted me up to believe it.
It was really good. It was really good.
Awesome. Go watch it.
Check it out. It's called Nova, which is using the Overlight system, and it's a fantasy RPG, but not your usual.
It's a cool concept.
Not your usual fantasy.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Based on color and a lot of color theory and emotion, so it's a really, really cool game. I'm obsessed with it. I've been obsessed with it since I picked it up, and I finally have watched the show, and the cast is incredible. We made each other cry last night. It was premiere, y'all. 2 players cried.
That's how you know it's good.
I will say this, because putting things on the internet makes people do things. The episode will be on YouTube tomorrow. At this link here in chat, at the little red dot YouTube channel, because now she has to put it on.
Now I have to. It's going up tomorrow. They're trying to hold me accountable because I'm the worst about posting shit.
Or else you're a liar.
Yep.
I'm not going to be a liar. I'm going to get it up. Actually, I may go transfer tonight. Yeah, so that's going on. There are a lot of other places you can find me, here, there, and everywhere. Roll For It Network, here on unMadeGaming. You can find me over on Arvan Elron's channel on the occasion doing some crazy stuff. So the best way to know what I'm doing is to follow me on Twitter so that you can see when I post. I feel like there was something else I should say, Mike, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, during the day, I run another Twitch channel for Dad's Garage out of Atlanta. Dad's Garage ATL. It's our Twitch channel. We're a comedy house, and we do sketch comedy all day long, kind of over on the Twitch channel. So you can check me out there during the day, modding for that, and all over the place at night.
Hell yeah. I think that's it. With that, we are out of here. We are going to go record our post-stream business for Patreon. So we will see you guys next week for more space goodness, and so from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.